It. Kenyani ambles towards me. She taps me on the shoulder and then Knuckle runs away. I watch her, arms crossed over my chest. I'm careful not to make a sound. I'm not sure what we're doing. She ambles back, shoves at me, and dashes past. Then I realize what is happening. We're playing. And we're playing tag. I'm it. Romance. I make eye contact. Show your form. Strut. Grunt. Throw a stick. Run some more. Make some moves. Oh, romance is hard work. It looks so easy on the TV. I'm not sure I'm ever going to get the hang of it. More about romance. I wish Bob were here. I could use some advice. I try to recall all the romance movies we watched together. I remember the talking, the hugging, the face licking. I'm not very good at this, but it's fun trying. Grooming. Is there anything sweeter than the touch of another as she pulls a dead bug from your fur? Dead bugs. Talk. Gorillas aren't chatty like humans, prone to gossip and bad jokes. But now and again, we swap a story under the sun. One day it's my turn. I tell my troop about Mac and Ruby, and Bob and Stella and George and Julia, about my mother and father and sister. When I'm done, they look away, silent. Kenyani moves closer. Her shoulder brushes mine, and we let the sun soak into our fur, together. The top of the hill. I'd explored every nook and cranny of this place, except for a hill at the far end where the workers have been repairing a wall. They're finally gone. They've left behind a fresh white brick and mound of black dirt. While the others laze in the morning sun, I want to explore the hilltop. They've been there before, but I have not. Everything is still fresh to my eyes. I take my time going uphill, savoring the feel of grass on my knuckles. The breeze carries the shouts of children and the drowsy hum of bumblebees. Near the top of the hill is a low-limbed tree, the kind my sister would have loved. The wall is endless, clean and white, stretching far down to the habitats beyond my own. It's high and wide, carefully built to keep us in and others out. This is, after all, still a cage. It rained last night, and the pile of dirt is soft to touch. I scoop up a handful and breathe in the loomy smell. It's a rich brown color, heavy and cool in my palm. And the wall waits like an endless, blank billboard. The wall. It's a big wall. It's a big pile of dirt, and I'm a big artist. I slap handfuls of mud on the warm cement. I make a handprint. I tap my nose with a muddy finger. I make a nose print. I slide my palms up and down. The mud is thick and hard to use, but I keep moving and scooping and spreading. I don't know what I'm making, and I don't care. I make swoops and swirls and thick lines, figures and shapes, lights and shadows. I'm an artist at work. And when I'm done, I step back and admire my work. But it's a large canvas, and I'd like to get a better view. I go to the thick-limbed tree and grab the lowest branch. I try to swing my legs. Oof! I land hard. I'm too big to climb, I suppose. I try again anyway, and this time I pull myself onto the first limb, gasping for breath. One more limb. Two. And I can't go any further. Perched halfway up the tree, I see my troop, still dozing contently. I take in the wall, splattered and splashed with mud. Not too much color, but lots of movement. I like it. It feels dreamy and wild, something Julia would have liked. From my seat in the tree, I can see beyond my wall. I see giraffes and hippos. I see deer with legs like delicate twigs. I see a bear snoozing on a hollow log. I see elephants. Safe. She's far away, belly deep in tall grass with others by her side. Ruby. She's here, Stella, I whisper. Ruby's safe, just like I promised. I call to Ruby, but the wind tugs at my words, and I know she'll never hear me. Still, Ruby pauses for a second, her ears spread wide like tiny sails. Then, with lumbering grace, she moves on through the grass. Silverback. It's a cloudy evening, chill and drizzly. Dinner's on its way, but I don't care. At night, we sleep in our den, but I'm always the last to head inside. I have been inside long enough. This time of day, there aren't many visitors. Just a few stragglers leaning on the wall that separates us. They point, take a couple of photos, then head over to the nearby giraffes. One of the keepers is beckoning. Reluctantly, I turn to go. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone running. I pause. It's a girl with dark hair lugging a backpack. A man follows behind, racing to catch up. Ivan! The girl yells, Ivan! It's Julia! I scramble to the edge of the wide moat that skirts the wall. Julia and George are waving to me. I dash back and forth, hooting and grunting, doing the gorilla dance of happiness. Calm down, says a voice. You're behaving like a chimp. I freeze. A tiny, nut-brown, big-eared head pops out of Julia's backpack. Nice place, Bob says. Bob? I say, it's really you. In the flesh. How? Where? What? I can't seem to find words. George's job at the zoo doesn't start until next month, so he and Julia made an arrangement. She's walking 3 extra dogs to cover my food. And get this, they're all poodles. But you said you didn't want a home, I said. Yeah, Bob says, but Julia's mom likes my company. So I figure I'm doing everybody a favor. It's a win-win. Julie pushes Bob's head back into her backpack. Shh, you're not supposed to be here, she reminds him. Ivan looks great, doesn't he, Jules? George asks. Stronger, happier even. Julie holds up a little photo, but it's too far away for me to see. Look, it's Ruby, Ivan. She's with the other elephants now because of you. I know I want to tell her. I saw with my own eyes. We stare across the expanse that separates us. After a while, George pats Julia's arm. Time to go, Jules. Julia gives a wistful smile. Bye, Ivan. Say hello to your new family. She turns to George. Thank you, Dad. For what? For this. She gestures towards me. They turn to leave. The lamps that light the zoo pathways blink on, blanketing the world with yellow light. I can just make out Bob's little head sticking out of Julia's backpack. You're the one and only Ivan, he calls. I nod and then turn toward my family, my life, and my home. The mighty silverback. The end.